Today we're going to be looking into the Forgotten Languages group, for lack of a better term. Forgotten Languages is the name of a strange group that has produced multitudes of strange videos, PhD level research papers, and even entirely new languages to communicate with each other. Initially, I saw discussion for the website on the paranormal board of 4chan. And as you probably know, you have to take everything on 4chan with a pinch of salt. But after I got in touch personally with the website creators and various theorists surrounding the site's purpose, I had more questions than answers. Why produce papers and videos of this quality for 8 years with so little page views? If this were only for members of the Forgotten Languages group, why not just private it all together to prevent any secrets from being exposed to the public? When you realize just how big and how far it reaches, this would either have to be the most elaborate hoax on the internet, or something incredibly strange, and I knew that I had to get answers. If you were to stumble onto the Forgotten Languages website without any context, you would either just click off, or maybe poke around for a while and leave. The website in itself is nothing extraordinary in its design, and some people even saying the website's incredibly ugly, and in parts, it is. As I've said, it's been around for 8 years, constantly posting PhD level, encrypted research documents, sometimes leaving little snippets in English for what I can only imagine is to garner some attention from passers-by. From what users have found, they have produced papers ranging from mind control to meme warfare. But these aren't something somebody does in their free time. They're all incredibly well researched and have links to hundreds of sources, some of which contain classified military documents and government think tank papers. As we have found out, the website seems to be encoded in some kind of natural language progression, using some sort of program to synthesize new language based on variables. In layman's term, a code that can't be broken because it's an entirely made up language that they are fluent in. They also post videos to YouTube that some describe as incredibly creepy, and some say that the videos have left them feeling very strange after viewing it and not wanting to go to bed. We've contacted them about the videos, and they said not to worry about the videos, as they're only messages for their members. But what the hell could this all mean? As I've said before, if this is a hoax, this is the absolute best research and most educated hoax on the internet. If this is real, there's an incredibly secret group hiding secrets from the public in plain view that could have answers to some of life's deepest questions, and in many cases, offers answers to life's deepest questions. After doing some digging, the main site admin seems to be someone named Andril. Users of 4chan have emailed Andril various times with various different questions, and they seem to be very receptive to questions, albeit take a while to answer them. When you email Andril, they generally check what your email is linked to. For instance, if Elder's Vault emailed them, they would check what my email is linked to and understand that I do YouTube. In itself, this feels very strange. Andril also seems to have a strange personality overall. Users of 4chan invited them to a Discord server, and on Discord it had no idea or recollection of the conversations that it had through email conversation or any other form of communication, and generally doesn't remember anything about you or your conversations outside from the immediate conversation you're having. Theories on this are very plentiful, and overall, there's no shortage of things to theorize about. The first theory that many people are throwing around is just that these guys are trolling the internet and trying to get attention from people just to waste time. And I have to say personally, it seems so strange to do 8 years of work, 8 years of research papers, 8 years of YouTube uploads, to get only 5k page views a month, and essentially nobody talking about your stuff. I spoke with Deathly Logic, who's an amazing ARG creator, and said he doesn't believe this to be any kind of hoax, just simply for the effort it would take for these deep research papers, only to garner no attention. and that if anybody put this much effort in and didn't get any recognition for it, that anyone would quit, and I have to say, I kind of agree. The second theory has more backing, but also much stranger implications. I'd call it the scholar theory. They believe that this website could be a test from scholars and computer programmers to test artificial theoretical changes to the world we live in. These people also believe that Andro could be some kind of artificial intelligence that was made to interact with site visitors as some kind of potential trial run to run more websites in the future. And they also believe that all of the research papers and stuff they're saying are mainly for theoretical purposes and just a way to gather around their own thoughts. And what they say doesn't really hold too much weight in the real world. The third theory is what I'd like to call the society theory, and that is that these people are producing truth in their articles, and they're leaving it open enough to accept new members who are smart enough to understand what they're trying to say. Almost as kind of like a cicada style group or a Freemason style group that holds secrets between their members and is pretty much shrouded in secrecy overall. Or that these people could be part of some government agency. The final theory is that this could be the work of an incredibly educated, albeit crazy person that has more or less dedicated their life to the kinds of papers on their website. Talk of world-changing events, potential AI world domination, and the potential of us living in a simulation are few of the things that these people point to. What is overall scary or disconcerting about this website, ultimately, is up to you, as we have no real answers, and when you contact the site admins, they're not looking to respond to you directly. Believe me, I know, I've talked to them for hours, and they don't want to answer any of your questions directly. Just for how sprawling it is in the topics that they talk about in their research papers, if they are telling the truth, this world's a much more extraordinary place than we thought it was. If they're lying, what purpose do they have? Why put all this time into something that gets no attention? Even if you love doing it, mental power like this could be better used changing the world as we know it, rather than changing the world as it could be. Feel free to tell me if you guys agree with any of these theories, or have any of your own theories in the comment section below. I'd say, be careful about the interactions you have with these people, if nothing else but for privacy reasons. Check them out, but make sure you don't use an email that you would normally use. I don't know exactly how they're getting the information, but I'd say just be better safe than sorry. I left a link in the description to their website. It certainly is interesting to poke through, and I would love to hear you guys' thoughts on it. Thank you guys so much for stopping by my channel. Feel free to like the video if you like this style of content, and be sure to subscribe to get more content like this in the future if you haven't already. Also, click the bell to get notified when I upload.